What's going on, everybody? We're here. Sunday night football or Sunday football. Oh gosh, it's going to be a long week here. We got 5 games to review here. Week 6. We're all ready to go. I'm excited. Why don't we jump right into these games, boys? Here. The first game we got up is the 49ers and the Browns. Going to be a good matchup here in Cleveland. I'm on the wrong screen on there. Going to be a good game here in Cleveland. 49ers coming in as the big favorite, 9.5 points. Total 35.5. What are you guys thinking coming into this matchup here?
Ish, you want to get us going?
You're the Niners. I think I've had
the big Niners guy.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I've had the Niners on the card every single week this year. I don't know why you wouldn't. They're 4-0-1. The only push coming from Sean McVay being a complete loser and working with Vegas. But no, I love him here this week. I know 9 seems like a lot of points. Jesse and I are going to have him on the card. There's no Nick Chubb, no Deshaun Watson, and those Niners are firing at all cylinders. Look for McCaffrey to extend that touchdown streak. I don't know if you guys have any different thoughts on this, but I love these Niners to cover once again.
This is an insane over-under for this game, in my opinion. I really like the under. I thought it was going to be sitting at 41. That 35.5 is crazy. I definitely can't do that in hopes that, who is it, PJ Walker going for the Browns today? Yeah, they totally just flipped the page on Dorian Thompson-Robinson or whatever his name is, and for good reason. That he didn't give them much to believe in. He looked good in the preseason, but last week, it's a tough game. You get thrown in against the Ravens. Now this week they're going to PJ Walker. I don't think the result's going to be much different. I'm also on the Niners with the points here, but like I said, I do like the under. It's just a little too low for me. I'd definitely lean the Niners here.
Yeah, I'm on the Niners as well with all the uncertainties on that Browns offense. You know, like I said, no Nick Chubb. You got Deshaun Watson out, which is huge. PJ Walker getting his first start of the season, going against probably the hardest defense in the league. It's going to be tough for the Browns to cover a 9.5 point spread, even at home. But it is a high spread. Niners going on the road. Everybody's probably on them because they're best team in the league this season. So I'd be weary of that 9.5 points. But the Niners should have no problem winning this football game. I would expect them to cover as well.
Yeah, and Brock Purdy's been playing at an all-time level. Guy's been
underrated, dude. Yeah, underrated.
Is he like a sleeper top 10, Mr. Irrelevant out there?
Top 10. He's playing like a top 5 quarterback in the league. People are weary to put him in their top 10. He's definitely a top 5 quarterback in this league this year. Even though the Cowboys game was 42-10, he was making incredible throws that were keeping the drives going, keeping the game from getting close at any point. He made one throw over Van Der Esch to Brendan Ayuk. It was probably the most underrated, perfect throw I've ever seen. That's where I was kind of like, all right, this guy is actually he is not a system quarterback. He's doing what he needs to get done. And this Niners team is just something special.
I got this guy on my
you say he's not
Go ahead, Ace.
I was going to say, you say he's not a system quarterback. I agree with you, but what a system to fall into. You have one of the best offensive coaches of all time. Ayuk and Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, fire them up in all your fantasy leagues. They're going to have a big day today. This team is great.
Think about it this way real quick. Say that he was drafted third overall and not Mr. Irrelevant. They'd be saying he's the next Tom Brady. So they're saying he's a system quarterback because he's Mr. Irrelevant, drafted last in the draft. But this guy is, if he was drafted top 10 overall, he'd be looked at a lot differently.
I don't think there's.
I saw this video that this dude he's some ex-NFL quarterback. He was never a starter. He just does streaming now. I think he played probably 5 years in the NFL, and he breaks down exactly what you guys are talking about, how good and how underrated he is. Just looking at how he reads his progressions going from one side of the field to the other, and then he just dumps it down to Kittle or he gives it to McCaffrey. And what he does with his footwork, it is crazy. I don't really watch quarterback play like that because I was obviously never a quarterback and didn't really care for it. But when these guys have the crazy footwork in the pocket, obviously he has the offensive line to do it with. But he's definitely a top 7 quarterback. I'd even throw him in there in that 5 spot this year right now because right now Burrow's not up there. Mackie Dak's not up there. Not saying he was, but there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't performing that would normally be by default in that top 5 list.
Right, definitely.
And one more point on this game before we get there. Be wary of starting any Cleveland Browns in fantasy today. I think they're going to have a tough day getting anything going. They're going to load up that box for Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt. And then on the outside, guys like Cooper and Elijah Moore and Njoku, who have been having solid years. Be wary this week. Tough matchup.
For sure.
Let's take a little step back here. We got the London game happening here right now. The score of that game, 6-3 in favor of the Ravens. I think the Titans just got the ball here. Or no, they have the ball right now. 2nd and 8 on the 27. So let's keep it moving here. The next game we got is the Colts and the Jags. going to be a good one here. Another great one I'm excited about. I'm big on this Colts team, but I think the Jags might be able to do it this week here in Jacksonville. Jags are the favorite, 3.5 points for them. The total at 43.5. What do we like here, boys? Jags at home. I know they've been hot. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I like the Jags a good amount. I mean, I feel like Trevor Lawrence is getting it back under his feet. Big win last week in London against the Bills. 5.5 point underdogs. Me and Ace both hit on that plus 215 money line, I think it was. But this is a divisional matchup. You're coming back into the States. The Colts have been playing some pretty good football, even without Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson's playing though, right?
No, Anthony Richardson.
No,
He's on the
Still
IR.
out. Wow.
He's on
Okay,
the
so you
IR.
got Gardner Minshew.
Out 4 weeks.
Yeah, that definitely says a lot about this game. 4-point spread. They should definitely be able to cover that. But it is going to be a sketchy one. It's a divisional matchup. Colts defense is nothing to joke with. Gardner Minshew seems like he's been getting the job done too. So definitely a sketchy spread, but I do lean Jags to cover.
Yeah, it's a tough game for me. I've kind of gone back and forth on this one. When it was 4, I kind of leaned the Colts, but obviously if you can get it to an even 3, I like the Jaguars. So probably a game I won't be betting on. I definitely think you could see Jonathan Taylor get in the end zone in this game. I think the Colts are going to try to use him heavy. Plus 145 on an anytime touchdown on FanDuel. I do like that. But obviously we know they've been using Zach Moss. He ended up getting the first touchdown last week. So I think they got to get Taylor involved this week. I think, divisional matchup, keep the low scoring because obviously the Jaguars have the better quarterback in this spot with Minshew versus Lawrence. And I think the Colts are going to try to keep it a low and slow game and try to eke this thing out at the end. But I don't know. I don't have a play on the spread. Divisional matchup. I do like the under to stay under 43.5. But I like that. I like that Jonathan Taylor touchdown. I don't know if I'll end up going with it, though.
That's crazy that you guys are high on Jonathan Taylor. I feel like they got to get him more involved. Another week in the offense, another week of practice. But Zach Moss has looked like a stud so far this season. Past few weeks, I think it was over 150 on the ground, like you said, finding Pater as well. I mean, he's been a RB1 in fantasy the last few weeks. I feel like it's going to be a tandem of both of them. It's kind of hard to predict those touchdown scores. I'm going to stay away there. Without Richardson, it does help a bit, add some more value. But I don't like these Colts at all today. I know they've been playing great football, divisional matchup. That defense is playing well, good ground game. But I love the Jags in this spot. I think that Lawrence is going to be firing on all cylinders. I know Zay Jones is out, but they still have enough weapons around them. ETN really coming into his own. I think this might be a 2-unit play for me here, boys. I'm going with -3. I had it at -3.5. You can find that on certain books still. I know that it's shifting to 4 on others, but buy that 0.5 point in any divisional game. That piece of mind. -3 here. Trevor Lawrence and co. Looking to take home that AFC South. I think they get it done this week.
Yeah, not a bad play, Ace.
Chigo Conquo, shout out to him. He's a dog.
Good stuff there, boys. There, another 1 o'clock matchup. Let's finish it off here. I believe our last 1 o'clock matchup to go over today. Oh, that's not the right one.
Man, Ravens punt return. Go
to the house,
to the 15. It's like
let's go.
85-yard punt return. Way to be.
Lamar's got to knock it in now, man. He can't get in the damn end zone.
Stonehouse knocks him out. That was funny.
Take it in yourself or give it to Mark Andrews. Love these 9:30 a.m. London games on the live stream here.
I was gonna do Jackson first touchdown, but I got a little greedy and I didn't want to do it.
Oh, it's still a plus on the anytime as well, but you're still
playing.
alive.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Well, here that game's still going on as we know. But the third matchup we have here, the Seattle Seahawks in Cincinnati to visit the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are the favorite here, -3. The total at 44.5. I'm excited for this one. I think 3 is a good number, but I'm curious to hear what you guys got. Who wants to get us rolling here?
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals here. I like the Bengals in this spot. You get it has been moving. I've been seeing the even 3. I have the money line to end a parlay. I told you guys about that with the Chiefs and Raiders from last week and this week. So I'm looking at the Bengals money line at plus 253 to end this parlay I have, but I do love the Bengals here minus the points. I'm going to take them -3. I told you last week I'm buying back in on the Bengals team, and I'm here again this week at home. A long flight over for the Seahawks, coming off a bye week, but I'm big on these Bengals team. I think they get the win here today. I'm excited for this. What's his name? I'm blanking on the cornerback's name from Seattle, Witherspoon, that's been talking all that shit to Jamar Chase, and then Jamar Chase was going back and forth. So I'm looking for that matchup to be a must-see TV today. I'm on the Bengals though, minus the 3 points.
Huff, you got a little Bengals fan jumping up behind you.
I didn't even know my dog.
And them, and he's going nuts. he's like, yeah, I'll make an appearance for this one. But no, I mean, I'm surprised you're on him, divisional guy. But hey, you got to ride them while they're hot. Mackie, I think you're like me. You got to stay away just because of how badly they burnt us to start the year. But I'm honestly on the Seattle Seahawks here. When we talked about this on Wednesday, I think the line was 5.5, maybe 4.5. And I love that. Now I'm staying away, but I do lean Seahawks money line here. I think Kenneth Walker has a good game. That weak Bengals defense is really what scares me. I expect a lot of points from both sides. I think Mixon finally has a good day on the ground against that Seahawks defense. I like both RB1s here to have a good day. I think Chase has a good game as well. So I like the over here. Not touching this game personally, but give me Seahawks in the over. I think this will be a good game. I think the Bengals are going to keep it really close, but it's going to come down to a field goal at the end. Mackie, you got to hear what you have to say about this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely tossed up on this one. There's a lot of all the question marks next to Joe Burrow. How healthy is he? How's that ankle doing? How well can he move out of that pocket? Because this Seahawks team is going to get their points against the Bengals defense. I do lean the Bengals. I expect Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, even Joe Mixon to get going this game. If that offense is going, they're gonna win this game. They should cover the 3 points. But that Seahawks team last year and this year, proving people wrong again. We thought that last year was kind of a fluke. They're sitting at 3-1 now, coming out of the bye week with a big game coming against the Bengals. You start the season 4-1, Seahawks are looking good. But I mean, Joe Burrow and co, they should definitely get the job done. They're on their home field. If Joe Burrow's healthy enough, if he can move out of the pocket a little bit, throw the ball downfield, get Jamar Chase involved like he has been the past few weeks, they should be in good shape. But this is a very good game. I like both of these teams.
I like that the Bengals are at home for this one. Getting 3 points is what scares me and why I'm not taking it. If this was in Seattle and I have the same spread, I'm probably taking the Seahawks money line. But T. Higgins active this week as well. Expect that trio with Mixon involved as well to get after it today. I expect a lot of points from both sides. It's going to be a highly contested game. Going to be one of the highest scoring games of the day, in my opinion.
I think this is a pretty. Yeah, you didn't see them?
No, yeah, the comment.
I didn't see that either. That's funny. But yeah, I think this is a spot where, two pretty even teams at this point of the year. I know the Bengals have the worst record, but obviously everyone has way higher expectations for them this season than the Seahawks. But I don't know. I think the home team gets the field goal or the -2.5. Jesse, I saw you get the 2.5, so you will see that on my card.
These are also the games that the Bengals need to win, especially after starting 0-2. They're sitting at 2-3 now. You drop this game at home to the Seahawks, you're sitting at 2-4 in that division. It's going to be tough, man. You got to win these football games, the close ones, the gritty ones. Joe Burrow needs to come up and prove to everyone that he's still a top 2 quarterback in the NFL.
Good stuff there, boys. Our final 1 o'clock matchup there. Let's jump into our next matchup here. It is going to be.
How did the Ravens get down to the fucking 15 and not score a touchdown?
They did.
They got Lamar Jackson.
They didn't.
Lamar Jackson did not keep it on second down. He should have been the read option. He should have kept it stuffed. Then he runs himself on the next play, blown up in the backfield. Now Justin Tucker's having a day.
I honestly don't know if Harbaugh is that good of a coach.
Yes, he is. Yes,
dude. Some of his play calls, like, oh my god.
You got to look over his tenure as the Ravens head coach.
Okay, cool. He won a Super Bowl in 2012
Lamar Jackson
with Ray Lewis.
I mean, those Cowboys would take a Super Bowl in 2012,
right?
I mean, hey, they've been competitive every year too. I mean, they're always in the playoffs.
They're not. They're really not always in the playoffs. But I mean, like,
always in the mix.
Yeah,
the perennial playoff contender, in my opinion. Real quick though, quick tidbit. I know we're not touching the Patriots game, but Will Grier has been activated, and he's going to be 2 behind Mac Jones. So if Mac Jones struggles today, they're going to Will Grier. That's kind of steez. Also, did you guys see Malik Cunningham got a 3-year contract? Malik Cunningham, 3-year deal. Yeah.
They signed him to the 53-man.
That's so fire. So we have Will Grier and Malik, but I think he's a wide receiver now. So I don't know. But all right, let's get to the next one.
Yeah, next matchup here. First 4 o'clock game, the Eagles and the Jets in East Rutherford. The Eagles are our favorite here, -6.5. The total at 42.5. Eagles going into the Jets here have never lost to the Jets, 12-0 and straight up. So the spread's the question. This one moving around a little bit. I feel like it was a little higher maybe not when we talked on Wednesday, but I think this is going to be an interesting game. I don't care for the Jets, but what are you guys thinking here in East Rutherford?
I have faded the Eagles every week this year, and it does not look good for me on the spread, at least. I took the Rams last week. Rams couldn't score a fucking point in the second half. I don't know if I'm going to do it again here, but if I could get a 7 with the Jets, I'd like the 7, but the Eagles are so scary to bet against. You won't see that on my card. I think they'd win the game, but they're kind of turning into the Chiefs. They don't love to cover these spreads, but they have been this year. I think this could be a game they slip up at MetLife in the afternoon, but we'll have to see. It's going to be a good game. I'm excited for this one. Obviously, this is a good 4:00 matchup. We have the other 4:00 matchups are what? Aces, Patriots, Lions, Cardinals. So, yeah, I'd say this is definitely the best 4:00 game, especially if we get the Zach Wilson that we've seen the past 2 weeks. So I'll take the number with the Jets. You're not going to see that on my card, but I definitely think the Eagles get the win here.
Yeah, me as well. I mean, they should go and get the
Matt, I agree.
Ace, you can go.
All right. Hey, I'll take it. Thanks. I've been on these Eagles all year, so you might as well let me chime in real quick before Mackie hates on them. But Huff, does this change your viewpoint at all? Sauce Gardner confirmed out. Number 2 corner, I believe it's DJ Reed is ruled out as well. So without your top 2 corners against this Eagles,
that doesn't help.
That doesn't help at all, especially with how electric and dynamic those receivers are out of Philly. I like the Eagles here, but I did take them in a teaser. I got them down to 2 points, so I feel a lot more comfortable with that. But I do think they cover here. I don't see how the Jets are really going to put points on the board against this Eagles defense. And I think that A.J. Brown really has a big day. He's sitting at plus 135 to get in the end zone. I'd like to see that. A lot of people high on DeAndre Swift this week as well. Kind of a tougher matchup. Then you got to watch for Jalen Hurts getting in with a tush push at minus 120. So it's never a bad play either. Mackie, eager to hear what you have to say. Probably shitting on these Eagles a bit more, but they're a good team, undefeated for a reason.
No, I'm not. When do I shit on the Eagles? I even had them winning the division. But Sauce is out. Am I right about that? Yeah. So Sauce being out is pretty big, especially with this with this wide receiver tandem.
And they're number 2.
Wow. Yeah. So they have some excuse me. They have some cornerback troubles right now, especially when you have Devontae Smith and AJ Brown on the other side of the football. You got to be careful with that. So I think this game can get away from the Jets. It probably should. If the Jets hang around, it's probably some mistakes by Jalen Hurts. That offense is not moving like they usually do. But I mean, Zach Wilson's been getting stuff going. Not saying he's a good quarterback, but he's doing more than he was before. And this Jets team is good around him. So I mean, a nice win last week and get the ball rolling 2 weeks ago. A nice game against the Chiefs. He has the momentum right now. He has the confidence. Maybe enough to cover a 6.5 point spread. I'm not going to put the Eagles on my card for that reason, but I mean, this is just a pretty lopsided matchup, especially with the injuries on the Jets side of the football. Eagles should cover 6.5. Jalen Hurts, I mean, the way that he just extends drives, gets third down conversions, running with his feet, it's just it's mesmerizing to watch. So if he can't do it against this Jets team, then it's just an off game, but they should cover the 6.5. Haas, also, I am not backing up any Dallas Cowboys coaches ever.
Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I don't think he can. Oh, God.
No.
He's probably one of the best ones, too.
Oh, he's definitely better than McCarthy, at least.
Yeah, that guy doesn't know what's going on. But no, I like these Eagles here today. Yeah, you were talking about Zach Wilson kind of getting stuff going as of late. But what has he done it against that Chiefs defense and the Broncos defense? I think the Eagles are a much tougher task today. I don't see them putting many points on the board. In that run game, which has been so helpful with Breece Hall, is going to have a tough time getting going, in my opinion. Low-scoring game. It could be low-scoring here because the way the Eagles play, too, they love draining the clock.
Yeah, I wasn't
really long ass drives. They just love killing. Like they could kill. I've seen them kill 10 minutes on their first drive of games before. It's like, but then they also get that deep ball going to Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. And it's like, yeah, this game's going over very fast.
Yep. And they get the 7 points on those 9-minute drives. If they set up for 3 on a 9-minute drive, it's a lot different.
And they don't turn the ball over.
I mean, that's the thing,
he doesn't throw a lot of picks.
No, he's smart. He's smart with the football, and the Eagles have so many weapons. If something's not working, they'll just go a different route, and then something will always end up working. Not worried about them creating offense against a solid Jets defense, but I am worried about the Jets keeping this game close with the Eagles on the other side of the ball.
It should be a better game than anticipated, though.
Yeah, I could see it for sure.
All righty, boys. Let's keep it moving here. Our final game here on Sunday Night Football. Oh, I just clicked on the wrong tab. We got the Giants and the Bills in the Battle of New York here in Buffalo. The spread going up even more, 15.5 now. The Bills money line at minus 1350, a huge lock, and the total at 43.5. What are you guys thinking here?
No Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I was gonna say no Daniel Jones. What else? Is Saquon playing?
Saquon should be playing. I mean,
Yeah.
this is just a stupid Sunday Night Football game. I'm probably not even going to end up watching this game. 15-point spread is ridiculous. That Buffalo defense is banged up, though. Matt Milano, I think he's out for the season, if I'm not mistaken. Big injury last week in London. Definitely not going to have him today. I don't know. 15-point spread. This is a really shitty Sunday Night Football game. You're not going to put your money on the Giants, so I can tell you that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, this
Definitely
is definitely
not.
a snooze fest. Go ahead, Ace.
Yeah, definitely not putting my money on the New York Giants. Even if Barkley plays, even if they got Tiki Barber back and Michael Strahan, still not taking them. 15 points is scary,
Tiki
so I'm
Barber.
not. Yeah, 15 points is scary, so I'm not taking the spread. But yeah, you got to think the Bills get right after a tough one last week in London. Josh Allen going to be firing on all cylinders. I know that defense is a little bit banged up, but look for some of these depth guys like Epinesa to have big games in lieu of Matt Milano, especially with how weak that Giants O-line is. I expect a great game out of Buffalo tonight. Maybe team total over there would be something I'd look at personally.
Yeah, obviously this is we all said it. This spread is terrible. Obviously, no Daniel Jones, not much going for the Giants in this spot. Bills should, I mean, the way the spread shows, kill them 2-possession game or more. I saw first half 8.5. That's usually what I kind of look at with these games, and hope the Giants have a slow start, which I definitely could see that happening without Daniel Jones. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be throwing my money on this game. We got the ALCS starting tonight. I'll probably be watching the Astros at 8:20 instead of this football game. Maybe I get the two TVs going, but I don't know. I'll probably have my money on that baseball game over this football game, but if I had to, I'd probably go with the Bills. The first half -8 I saw.
Yeah, Huff, you're
Good
right.
bet.
There's other sports around here going up -8 though. That's such a scary number. Like if it was -7, I'd be like, I fucking
You
love
need
that.
to. I was gonna say you need
Jet-
the 10. You just got to
the-
be up by 10.
The
Yeah.
Giants have not scored a first half touchdown the entire. Actually, they did. They scored a defensive touchdown last week.
Shit.
But other than that, that's their first half.
That doesn't
touchdown of the
count, though.
season. Yeah, the offense. I mean, especially without Daniel Jones. Who do they even got going? Tyrod Taylor.
Right. Maybe.
Isn't
I
Barkley
like
playing
Tyrod
though?
Taylor.
Yeah, but I mean, how much?
Not saying like I like him.
No,
to
the
get a
only
win.
thing
I
with
just- I
Barkley
like him
is
as a
he
player.
can churn out extra yards to keep drives going. It'll be a little bit slower, so the Bills will have less time with the
But
football.
Andrew Thomas is still out. That offensive line is still the worst offensive line in the league. You could probably, you could honestly probably throw Georgia's offensive line in there and it'd be just as good. But Saquon Barkley is not going to get anything going. Tyrod Taylor is not going to get anything going. Even with a banged up Buffalo defense, Giants are still going to put minimal points on the board. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, there's some interesting touchdown scorer props as well. I know Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen are both sitting at plus money. James Cook at minus money. So those aren't bad ones to look at. But like Huff said, we have some good MLB baseball postseason here. Some good hockey games tonight. So I know this is big NFL live stream here. But this football game, if it turns into a blowout, you got some good sports to turn to. So check out our cards for some plays there.
Drake London or Garrett Wilson? Ooh, that's tough for this game.
You got to play Garrett Wilson. You have
gotta
to,
go.
though.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to, though. The
mean-
target share.
If you didn't and Garrett Wilson
That's
had a better
actually-
game, you'd just be kicking yourself.
Yeah, and Drake London, that could be more of a lucky boom at some point, but that's actually not as easy of a matchup as you think. Those Commanders' secondary corners are pretty decent. So Ravens rolling right here. Need to get in the end zone here, boys.
Harbaugh's gonna keep him out.
I
Alrighty,
just
boys.
saw your brother's comments
I'm
saying
just
chirping
going to
Mackey. How
house
many
now.
Super Bowls is your coach won?
Is that just a Ventura thing? You guys just go at the Super Bowls right away?
I think it's just a Cowboys thing.
Yeah, I mean it's an easy target. I understand.
Yeah, that's
just,
what you get
it's-
for
it's
picking
tough, man.
America's team.
It's just tough, man. Every chirp I get,
If they counted being on primetime as the Super Bowl win, you guys would beat everybody.
you should get a regular season
award,
trophy.
like the
Yeah.
President's Trophy.
Made the playoffs.
Maybe a participation trophy at best.
No, I don't like those.
Sword
Bills
under
Astros parlay. I kind of like that. Bill Huff, you like that
Bills
one at all?
Astros?
Bills Astros parlay. I think that battle of Texas is
Nah,
tough though.
that Rangers team, I would not bet against them right now.
I
They're
was
just
just, I,
playing
if
incredible
anything, I would
baseball.
take the Astros either -1.5 or the Rangers on the money line just to get a plus money play on that game.
I would not.
Well,
bet
Huff, you
against
throw
the
them with the
Rangers.
Bills though, it's gonna be plus money.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. I mean, they're minus 1,200 on the line.
You could do
Jordan-
the first half money line. It should cut it in half to like 700.
Jordan
Yeah,
Montgomery
I do like
is starting game 1 of the ALCS.
Or if you really
Wow.
want to get risky, first quarter money line's probably
Jose
like
Altuve
320.
lead off home run against the lefty.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. The baseball playoffs have been elite so far. So this is a series. I mean, this is the series that we were calling for all year. We were saying, who's the better team? Astros, Rangers. Astros, Rangers. Who's going to win the division?
Mariners.
And now we get them. Yeah, Mackie. They had a good playoff.
Yeah, played well. Right?
You've had it all year for them to win the AL. I have them to win the World Series. So I just need Phillies, Astros in the World Series. Those are the two teams I took from literally preseason March. I put those in. Feed me Phillies, Astros.
I wish I
Great slate
fucking
of
bought
football
in
today.
whenever
Go Ravens. Go Patriots.
When we were talking about those preseason odds, and I said the best values on those Phillies, and you said it too, Ace. I wish I would have fucking put a ticket on that.
Plus 1,400, buddy. Got it locked in.
When I was gonna do it, it was 1,000. Now it's fucking 220 or 250.
I mean, even as a Mets fan, I actually like kind of want to see them win. Dude, it's
They're a
just
fun
so,
team.
they're
Bryce
so
Harper's a
great
dog.
players.
Bryce
It's so
Harper's a
hard,
dog.
like, and I'm not
Mhm.
like baseball's baseball. It's not like I'm rooting against the Cowboys or the Rangers or something. But I mean, that they get so electric. Like even like Xfinity, like all the players go to the game, go to the Xfinity Live after, and they just get rowdy. It's
Yeah.
actually pretty awesome, and that stadium gets so fucking crazy.
Red October.
Yeah, Harper. I love Harper. I've always liked him. I kind of bounced off from him whenever he went to Philly because I liked him with Washington. But I don't know. They're such an electric team. They're hard to not root for. Their fans are annoying as fuck, but I like their players.
One more thing on the ice sheet here. Huff, shout out the Penguins, the Bruins, Mackey Rangers. I don't know what to say about them.
We're just 1-1, bro. We dropped one game.
Imagine not winning on a Saturday in game 2.
Imagine not,
That'd be me.
imagine not covering your puck line. I know you had it.
Yeah, I did. Oh, I did. I had a money line too, though. Don't worry. I had a money line too, though. Don't
You
worry
probably had
about it.
-2.5, team total over 3.5.
No, I had the -1.5 at plus 140, and then I bought back in twice live on the live money line.
The money line, at least.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll take it.
OBJ just got shoved over. That was so funny.
All right, let's get ready for some Sunday football. Let's go.
Yeah, Mackie, you said it. Week 6 here, Sunday football. We got the 5 best games here that we're excited for. Let's go over our mortal locks real quick. Who wants to get us rolling? Huff wants to get us rolling first. What are we thinking here going into week 6?
Live stream locks of the week.
Oh shit! Oh, my mic is on. I thought it was off. So yeah, all right. My lock of the week. I definitely. I don't love a lot of these spreads this week. The one that I said I'm going with that I'm very confident in. I'm on the Bengals. I like the Bengals with the 2.5 points. I'm on Joe Burrow. I think the home field plays a huge factor into this game. I think the Bengals receiving core gets going, and like I said, I'm back in on this Bengals until they prove me wrong. Give me the Bengals -2.5.
Huff, no Steelers on today. Do the thing for us. Joe Burr. You're a big Bengals guy out there.
Yeah, I'm just hopping on. But is T. Higgins playing in this game?
He is active.
He's questionable. Or he is playing?
I think he's
Yeah,
active,
he's playing.
yeah.
I love that. All right, let's go Bengals.
All right, I'll go into mine here. I'm 4-1 in the live stream locks of the week. Not a big deal. Najee Harris, a loser, cost me when we were in Dallas. Too hyped up for everything else going on there. A lot of mimosas flowing. But no, back to it. My live stream lock of the week. It's really tough. Teetering here. I'm teetering. It could be Kenneth Walker anytime, or it could be the Jaguars -3.
Do you do both of them?
I think I'm gonna go with the Jaguars -3 here. I love them at home against the Colts. Gardner Minshew, that guy stinks. Trevor Lawrence -3. Take it to the bank. Take everything you got. Take your car, give it to someone. Say, hey, I want the value of this on the Jaguars -3, and you'll be good. Mackie, let me hear yours.
You'll be good.
Oh, look, Zay Flowers, first career
card's
tutty.
open.
There it is.
Is he in the end zone?
Yep. First career
Yeah, he
tutty,
is.
Zay Flowers.
Let's go. That's huge. All right. My live stream lock of the week. Yeah, I'm 1-4 in the season, so tailor your own risk, I would say. Probably fade me if you want. Call me Bookie with Trent, but I'm gonna go Detroit Lions -3 against the Bucks.
Oh,
If Baker's gonna kill me here, he's gonna kill me. I'll
I'm
live
on
with
Bucks
it,
money
but,
line.
give me
If he's gonna kill me, he's gonna kill me.
if he's gonna kill. I mean, I like Baker, so if it's gonna be him,
Going
it's
down the
whatever.
ship.
But I like Jared Goff. I like this Lions team. They're rolling. They're 4-1. They're proving everyone how good they actually are. You got to win this game. I know it's on the road, but big game to win here.
Let me rip mine real quick here.
Mackie, let me ask a few questions just for our viewers, because that's
Go, Dace. You're fine.
Go for it. I was going to ask you about that game I was going to ask you about that game real quick, because that's a very interesting game to me. We didn't touch on it here. I actually like this Bucks-Lions game. Two really good teams. They could end up both being in the playoffs. They could match up in the playoffs even. But David Montgomery, he's been the workhorse for that offense. He's got a tough run defense to go up today. You confident in that? And then my other question is, without Emmanuel Mosley, top corner for the Detroit Lions, out for the year now, Mike Evans is going to continue to eat. I had him at plus 185 off the card to score. Any thoughts on those for your mortal lock of the week, Mackie?
Yeah, this Lions defense kind of picks up wherever they're missing, so I'm not really worried about that. Baker's going to get his. Mike Evans is going to get his. Bucks are going to put up their points, I think, but that's where it comes down to the Lions putting up their points as well. Even if David Montgomery isn't getting everything going on the ground, Jared Goff is playing incredible football this year. He'll find his boy Amon-Ra in the end zone. He'll find him downfield. That offense will get their points, and even though that Bucks defense is very good, I just think that Lions offense is going to outperform them. And at the end of the day, a 3-point spread is a 3-point spread. It's a field goal. A push at the end of the day isn't the worst thing in the world, even though you're not playing for it. But this Lions team, if they find a way to win this game, they're going to cover the 3 points. And I think that they're the more superior team, even on the road. I take them even with all the can't think of the word, all the question marks around this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a great one. I'm excited to watch that one on Sunday.
Brand new Lions. You're right, Huff. All right, real quick, I want to rip mine. Mackie, I like that game you picked, the Lions and the Bucks. I like the over in that game, honestly, but it was between that and I think I'm going with your Cowboys. I think they're going to get it done this week. The trends say it. I was looking deep into the trends this week for the episode. The Chargers are not good. They lost their game. I believe it was before the bye week last year. So they've been going off and on for like 10 years. Cowboys always win after their bye week and cover. So realistically, I'm just going to take the money line minus 125, but I like your Cowboys this week, Monday night.
Let's go. Chargers are going to find a way to blow that game. Justin Herbert's going to do what he does best and lose football games in the fourth quarter. Brendan Staley, worst coach in the league. Cowboys -2. Lock it in.
Bang.
Mackie's like, I'm in.
Yeah,
that's all I needed.
I'm just hold your horses on that because Austin Eckler is playing. We'll talk about this in our Monday live stream, but that's gonna be a great game. I like a lot of points there. A few of our followers here. KJ Osborne, he's playing that X role without Justin Jefferson. That's not a bad play on the anytime. You probably get a good value on that, especially against a weak Bears defense. Look for a lot of points, I think, in a highly contested divisional matchup between the Vikings and Bears. Must win for both teams to stay alive. Luke, shout out you for tuning in. Mark Andrews, I have him as well, but I have Zay Flowers also, so I'm not too mad. D-Mont going to face a tough run defense here. I don't think he's going to be the answer. I think we see some regression on his stats today. But that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Jesse, kicking it back to you.
Good stuff, boys. Yeah, that's all I got here this week. Week 6 of the NFL. We'll jump in here to our Monday stuff here come tomorrow morning. So anything else to add, boys, before we get on out of here? Some solid mortal locks. I'm excited for this week. It's going to be a good week of football.
Yeah.
Good week 6.
No Steelers this
Hit
week.
those books. Hit those books.
Yes, Steelers on the bye week.
End it out. Hit those books, baby. Hit those books.
Steelers can't find a way to pull a win out of their ass this week, so we'll save that for next week with a fourth quarter comeback.
Who do we get next week? I don't even know.
We'll see. Go Pats, baby. They're going to win one today. Mac Jones securing his
Rams in LA.
Alrighty.
Ace is the only one with the team playing today.
Yeah, and I'm the only one. I'm not carding them today, though. Can't do that.
All right, boys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here this week, week 6. Make sure to like and subscribe to the stream. It helps us out a lot more than you actually know. So just please make sure you support us as much as you guys already do. We appreciate it. And that's all I got. See you guys next